What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all, it's Sunday. Y'all already know what that means. This is Power Season 4. This is Episode 7. You lied to my face. There's only 8 episodes in Season 4 of Power. There was 10 in 2, 10 in 3, 8 in 1, and now we're back to 8 again in this episode. And if any show needed at least 10 episodes, it's Power. So I'm confused as to why there's only 8 episodes, especially since there was so much to dissect and to unpack in this season. But before we get into this real good, because your girl's on one today, so let me just go ahead and get the housekeeping out the way. All right. Thank you so much to everyone new who has subscribed to my channel, who's giving me the thumbs up. You guys give me so much life and so much energy and so much perspective and get me to thinking, get my wheels to turning. Okay, down in those comment sections when y'all give me comments, I promise y'all it's the best part of my day. Like I'm here for it. And I thank you guys for subscribing and commenting and liking my videos and commenting on my videos. If you are new to my channel, you just stopping by and you're looking for a place to really hash out this episode, to talk about it, you know what I'm saying, you want to have some intelligent dialogue about the muckery, okay, the buckery that's going on in this episode, you have just found your place. Dump it all down below, okay? Let's hash it out. Like Kate Williams said, call me back, we'll figure this thing out. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this episode. First of all, I am disappointed. I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm disappointed in this week in general. I was a little low-key disappointed at Queen Sugar, just how anticlimactic their mid-season finale was. And I'm a little low-key disappointed at Power, this being the next to the last episode, and everything was just like hurry up, eat it, hurry up, eat it, hurry up, eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like wait, let's talk about this thing. No, you don't have time to talk about or really dissect anything. Everything just keeps moving, steamrolling over you. All right, so I'm not going to do what I normally do. What I normally do is just unpack it, character by character, you know, and put it out there for you guys. I'm not doing it on this episode. And the reason why I'm not doing it is because it don't make no sense. Like I'm just completely... So we're doing this recap, review, discussion, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do it a little bit different this Sunday, okay? We're going to talk about the stuff that made no sense, the stuff that made perfect sense, and the facts of the case, okay? The facts of this episode, of this season, as we know it so far. I will tell you, this episode we were introduced to Lorenz Tate's character. I can't remember his first name, but his last name is still Tate, so we're going to go ahead and call him Congressman Tate. We see him just really briefly. We learn just a real small bit about him, and we are going to talk about that. But yeah, without further ado, you guys, let me get into Power Season 4, Episode 7, You Lied to My Face. All right, let's talk about all of the stuff that made absolutely positively no sense this episode. Okay, first thing that don't make no sense is Ghost and Tariq. Episode opens with Ghost and Tariq riding the train back into the city because, of course, Kanan took the truck and went on about his business after he killed Jukebox and left Ghost and Tariq there in this abandoned house with Tariq's fingerprints all over it, and a dead cop, a dead dirty cop. Okay. All right. Then, at various points throughout this episode, we get to see Tariq at home, conversations with Tommy, conversations with his mom. He attacks his mom first when he walks in the door, and she was like, "Where have y'all been? What have y'all been doing? Tariq, you lied to me. You said," and he was like, "You been lying to me. You lied right to my face." Tariq is on lean really, really heavy. He is, drinking it at home. He's got obviously prescription cough syrup from somewhere that he is pouring into a lemon lime drink. He is sitting in this dark ass room playing a game, and people just pop in to see him at various points. And I'm like, Ghost. Oh, I cannot deal with this bullshit from Ghost. Like, I'm sorry, you guys, about the language, but like I'm saying, every time I try to get out of the cussing game, they pull me back in. Okay? All right, now you, Tasha out, you coming, you cooking dinner for the family, you come in with a drink and won't talk to your son. You got questions for him. Everybody got questions for Tariq. Tommy got questions for Tariq. Tasha got questions for Tariq. Tariq got questions for y'all. But ain't nobody telling the boy nothing. He's seen somebody get killed. He's been a part of a kidnapping. Plus, he's been indoctrinated in the cult of Canaan for we don't know how long. So you don't feel like y'all together need to sit down and talk to y'all boy, talk to y'all son? Ghost, you don't feel like you need to have your son with you now that he knows some of these things? How can you balance them out? No. Tariq is still at the house, in the cave, drinking lean, stewing, brewing, waiting for Kanan to call him and tell him to shimmy down the doggone drain pipe and meet me out back. It's just utter complete bullcrap. Like, it makes no sense to me. Tommy and the money. When Tommy see Ghost, yeah, he worried about Tariq. Yeah, he worried about Ghost, but he don't even mention the money. Like, he makes a reference like if it had been anybody else in this situation, still no mention of the money, it would be a different situation. Like, you wouldn't be here. And he was like, yeah, I know. Ghost was like, yeah, I know. But I was like, okay, so we ain't gonna talk about how we gonna get the money back? Another thing that don't make sense, the Tasha and Terry situation. What the freak? You don't even know this dude. What's his last name? Now all of a sudden you going to karaoke with the dude? You know what I'm saying? Y'all having kisses, stolen kisses. Okay, you just completely trust him on every situation. You know his address. You showing up at his house all late at night. Really? You don't even know this cat. Okay? This is not what you and Ghost do. Y'all get together. All y'all get together and y'all formulate a plan. Everybody tells what they got to tell about the situation, and then y'all formulate plans. But no, it's a house divided. It's a house divided. And I'm low-key pissed off with how the writers are doing things, because I just feel like this right here don't make no sense. I mean, the interactions that Tasha has had with Terry don't equal to screwing around. Like, Tasha and Terry smashing, basically. Let's talk about the other thing. Another thing that don't make no sense. Dre and Tommy. Okay, it's completely been hidden by Tariq that Dre knew that Kanan was alive, and Tariq purposely hid that so that he could talk to Dre and see and get some more information from Dre and see what Dre know. All right, as well as Tommy. Tommy talks to Dre, and he kind of tries to trick Dre into admitting that he knew that Kanan was alive, but he does not. All right. At the same time, they find Julio's body thanks to Dre. Dre is just basically hands Julio's body to Tommy. They arrive at the place where Julio was killed. Julio's car is there. Dre's there. He don't go in without Tommy, even though you haven't heard from Dre in 24. From Julio in 24 hours. Dre, you tell Tommy, I call you here because I've been calling. I couldn't get him. He said he was coming here. I found his car here. Y'all gonna now go in together. They find Julio's body. Dre don't even kneel down. He don't even kneel down. Tommy kneel down, and of course Julio is going on to be with the Lord, and he checks the tattoo, and sees that it's gone. And Dre's like, so now that he's gone, who's gonna be your distro? And none of this sends up the antenna of Tommy, our resident psycho. None of it. Oh, you count? His body ain't even cold yet. But still, you're not suspect of Dre. You suspect of him on every angle. He's gotten out of it. He's had an excuse. This situation happens, and his excuses are still good enough. Like your head is not in the game at all, Tommy. Why hasn't Dre talked to Ghost yet? Like what the? Yeah, Tommy makes Dre the new distro. He also takes him to meet with the dude, the 718 dude. They randomly kill this guy. He's supposed to be the guy that killed Julio. And Tommy is kind of sort of half cocked, but not really. I mean, he kind of took Julio's death kind of easy, actually, considering he's known him for 3 seasons. But okay, wants to talk to Jimenez group. Now Jimenez group comes in, and I actually feel a little bit better when I see them, because they reminiscent of seasons 1 through 3 when shit just made sense. All right, but we're gonna talk about them anyway. So the whole Dre and Tommy situation as it pertains to who let's talk about Tasha and Ghost. Of course, Ghost is pissed off with the fact that Tasha never mentioned anything about Slim and all this other stuff. And she goes off, rightfully so, and tells him, when you was in jail and you left me alone and you was already screwing Angela. I mean, I've been trying to row this boat all by myself. Okay. At the same time, Stern wants him and Tasha and the whole family to do like a video article, or just to promote the image and build his image back up after everything that's happening. He wanted the kids there as well as Tasha. And after they had this huge argument, which Raina overhears, by the by, okay, where are your children? And they have this whole scenario where they do this interview. The woman's asking questions. Of course, the questions are uncomfortable. She asks about Tasha's ring, why she's not wearing it, and thanks to some signal from Terry, she is able to bullshit her way through the questioning and say, oh yeah, she sold her ring and all of that. Later on, Ghost gives her a ring, and this is his whole effort in trying to appreciate her and sort of recoup what that which he has pissed away over the last 3 seasons. It's a effort in futility. All right, it really is. Just the whole dynamic between Ghost and Tasha now, like the two of them together could be a force to be reckoned with. They could be, but they are so fractured, and nobody's communicating, nobody's telling the honest to goodness truth about things. And they are so fractured as a couple. I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on with this. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know how we're going to direct this whole relationship between Tasha and Ghost. It's so dumb that they are not pulling together. She going out and having karaoke with Terry. He's out doing God knows what with Tommy. And we don't. The only time we see them with the kids is doing a fake picture, a fake interview, with where Stern is concerned. You see what I'm saying? Like, we not even, Let's talk about Tommy and Ghost. Tommy and Ghost. What about the money? What about Dre? What about, I mean, we you know, they get on this whole subject matter about Proctor. You know, Proctor, Ghost now knows that Proctor was there when Tommy killed Bailey. Proctor lets him in on all of that. And of course, Ghost tries to be the old Ghost for a few minutes and correct Tommy, you know, about killing Bailey. And now what we gonna do about Proctor? And are you sure Proctor, you know, I mean, it's the only time we get to see them as the old Ghost and Tommy. Up until this point, I'm just so confused. I'm disappointed with how weak and unthorough Ghost is. He used to be a whole lot more thorough. I'm confused as to how selective Tommy's psychopathic ways are. To me, he should have iced Dre out until he could really get to the bottom of things. I'm confused as to why Tommy is doing this so much, and it just doesn't seem like he and Ghost are putting their heads together like they known to do, even in discourse. Okay, even in discourse. I know Tommy's the drugs now and Ghost's supposed to be legit. I understand all of that, but they've always been able to come together, and the two of them not being able to put things together like they used to is kind of pissing me off. And I'm sorry, don't make no sense. Tommy and Jimenez meet up. It's kind of like having Lobos back a little bit, because Lobos was truly psychotic. Tommy talked too much. Like, it was good to see the Jimenez. The spider cards are back, and I'm super excited about that. It just it's that psychotic element that made Power really good. Okay, so that's all of my don't make sense stuff, you guys. Let's talk about the stuff that made sense. Ghost and Stern. Ghost and Stern coming together for this real estate type situation. It really is going to allow Ghost to level up on a more legit fashion. I can kind of see this thing playing out right. Plus, Ghost is always kind of a little bit ahead of Stern, and so I think this Ghost Stern connection is gonna be good for him. So when Ghost is having this welcome back party that he has thrown himself thanks to Stern, and Stern has all the city councilmen and all this stuff all up in Truth, and the reporter who did the interview with the whole Ghost family is there, and she's talking in Ghost's ear. But when she sees Loren, she says, oh, here's a man that you should get to know and you're going to want to talk to, but he don't talk to reporters, so I'll make my exit. So she walks off, and then we get to see Congressman Tate, and he wants to talk to Ghost, gives Ghost his card about doing some things in his district. And you know, he makes it, Congressman Tate makes it real quick, real sweet. He just gets in and gives Ghost just enough to want to have a little bit more later on, and moves on. Well, Stern gets upset because he doesn't want him talking to Tate. He doesn't want him talking to Congressman. Stay away from him. Stick with this white dude over here. This is where the real money is, right? And Ghost is like, you don't tell me who's my friend. Who's gonna be my best friend? You don't know, so zip it. I don't know. I think we're gonna see some allies out of Congressman Tate and Ghost. I think they probably have a lot more in common than we know. All right. Next thing that made sense. Angela, Stacks, Sandoval, Donovan, and Mock. I mean, they are, you know, clamoring all over each other like a bucket of mice, okay? Mock has been spared because he pled innocent, because he was the newest one to the team. Donovan is on desk duty. How he got out of being suspended, I don't know. But thanks to white privilege, Stacks, Angela, and Sandoval stay wearing a visitor's pass. Like, they going back and forth, up and down, around and around the mulberry bush, trying to figure out how they can solve this whole Knox thing and sort of clear their names. They're hoping to clear their names and get back to work at the office. But of course, Mock has turned on all of them because he's a snake in the grass. Sandoval comes in to talk to Mock, and he wants to him and Stacks want to point to Donovan being the mole and Donovan possibly planting the gun, and then of course Donovan possibly being the killer. Then Stacks want to go to Mock and say he thinks that possibly it could be Angela. Could possibly be Angela. Mock has traced phone calls. He knows that Bailey was at Proctor's last. He knows that there was a conversation had. She traced the phone pinging from right there at Proctor's building. Angela goes to talk to Donovan. Donovan shoos her off, then goes back later and talks to her in the apartment, and they sitting there, they hashing it out. He got the evidence, they watching the video. Stacks coming to the door accusing Donovan at the door, only to find Donovan inside. He goes inside the Angela apartment. Now it's him, Donovan, and Angela. They all going over the tape and all coming to the same conclusion. Probably is that Sandoval is more than likely the person that did this, because he's the one on the video going up to Ghost's office, right? Meanwhile, Mock's over there at Proctor's. He's threatening Proctor, and Ghost is doing what Ghosts do best, which is hide in the shadows, and he sees the whole conversation. All right, so it won't be long now, you guys. It will not be long, but we're gonna talk about this in the facts section of this review. All right. So that whole DA office is working, trying to clear their name, trying to point fingers, trying to figure out who really did it. And it's kind of all low-key spearheaded by Angela. So we're going to see. Let's talk about, again, Ghost and Tommy. That made sense to me, that part where they were brainstorming about what they gonna do in terms of how now Proctor has been brought into this. He doesn't represent either one of them anymore. He doesn't necessarily owe them anything in terms of client attorney privilege, and so he could possibly be a real threat. And Ghost is doing what he always does, is kind of chastising Tommy and helping him tie up the loose ends. So now let's just talk about the facts of this whole episode. Here are the facts. The Jimenez are psychos. Oh, they're like Lobo psychos. The spider cards are back. Tariq has gone to the dark side. That's fact number 2. Tariq has gone to the dark side. He clearly is going to need a bit of rehab. And again, he is just waiting for Kanan to give him the old whistle from the from the bushes, and will burn his whole house down and go and ride off in the sunset with Kanan. You know what I'm saying? Fact number 3, Tommy talked too much. Tommy talks too much. He has sat with the Jimenez and told how he killed Lobos. Dre was there for that whole conversation. Dre heard a lot of stuff he shouldn't have heard. Tommy is definitely slipping on this Dre situation. Ghost is slipping on this Dre situation. I don't understand it. All right. Tommy talked too much. That reporter, when she was talking to Ghost, whispering in his ear at his party, they looking at Tasha, and she's making a comment about Tasha. She says, she looks really, really beautiful. She used to be a singer, didn't she? I was like, a singer? A singer? All right, we got to stick to the facts of this case, because we got so much bull crap going on. We got to stick to the facts in this case. How do you know about Tasha being a singer? You know what I'm saying? Why are you directing Ghost towards Tate? What's happening here? What's going on? You see what I'm saying? That's what this episode could have been used for, instead of feeding us some bullshit to get us to the last episode. Proctor is in danger, you guys. I think we're gonna lose Proctor within this next by episode 8. I don't know. I hope not. But Mark knows about Bailey being in the vicinity of Proctor's apartment. And him going to talk to him, and just, Proctor didn't give him any information, but Ghost was across the street hiding in the shadows. He don't know what's going on. And last fact, I think we all kind of called it Tariq is Tommy's dad, and he finally tells him what this is going to mean with one episode left in the season. I don't know. I'm confused as well. All right, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like I said, it wasn't my typical review, detailed review, because I this is what I do when I watch the program. I mean, I just like, this don't make no sense. And this whole Tasha Terry thing where they making sweet monkey love, like it's been boiling over. Like, even him questioning her about her ring at Ghost event, her wearing her ring, and then her going over to his house, stepping off the elevator, trying to explain to him that the ring don't mean nothing. I was like, wait a minute, y'all got a relationship? I don't get it. I don't understand why they playing us out like this. Like, why the writers playing us out like this? This don't make no sense. Ghost being a knucklehead, being blind, stupid, dumb, crippling, crazy as it pertains to what's going on. Like, you get out of jail, you rally everybody up, you figure out who been doing what's been happening. I mean, you was like a kingpin, dude. You was a kingpin all last season. Like, you got Dre out here wilding out, Julio dead. Tommy don't even mention Julio being dead, I don't think, to Ghost. What the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? Don't play me out for stupid. I could watch reality TV for that. You see what I'm saying? Don't play me out for dumb. Come on now, Power. Come on, writers. God, dog, I don't like it. I don't like being played for the fool. I don't like it. Don't pee over my head and make me think it's raining. You lied to my face. Season 4. Episode 7, Power. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all please let me know. Clear it up for me. Y'all know I need y'all help sometime. Get down there in the comment section and let me know what y'all thought about this episode. For me, it was just some bull crap. Like, I don't even... Are we not even gonna talk about where Kanan could be, locating him? What are we doing? That's it for me, honeybees. Until next time. Mwah.